Yo, what is going on, guys? Hope everyone's having a fantastic day. So I want to go over the Philadelphia Eagles, some updates for the day. Let's get straight into it.
Because I've seen enough horror movies to know any weirdo wearing a mask is never friendly.
Well, not too far, guys, from the season starting against the Detroit Lions come next Sunday. But obviously, we have some questions with the roster, have some questions about certain things that did happen today. So a nice little update for you guys to take some time out of your day to listen to this. And it looks like Anthony Harris is gone. It looks like the Eagles and Anthony Harris have come together and have parted ways and kind of got him out of his practice squad contract. Now, I didn't know. I knew there was some type of rule with veterans on the practice squad. I guess at a certain age, when you're, I guess, specifically called a veteran on a certain age on a practice squad, I think you're only able to hold 2 veteran guys on your practice squad. Now, those veterans can't be picked up from other teams like other players can. So Anthony Harris came back after Chauncey Gardner-Johnson signed. He came back as on the practice squad, which I was kind of surprised over because, I'm surprised he doesn't want to start anywhere else. He doesn't want to go anywhere else. But I guess they got together and terminated the contract, so this way Anthony Harris becomes a free agent. He could sign wherever he wants, and he'll definitely sign somewhere else and maybe get a starting job, okay? I don't get why they keep Kevon Wallace as a backup number 3 safety. I don't know why this happened. I mean, Howie Roseman talked about he's great on special teams, but I don't see it. I'm not a big fan of it whatsoever. So I mean, I think this dwindles down our depth a little bit. I don't think our depth is better now. I think it's a little bit worse. But this is only if if Epps could stay healthy, Gardner Johnson could stay healthy, then we're totally fine. But do we really trust Kevon Wallace on the back end? God forbid he needs some playing time. I don't know. Maybe they're seeing something that we don't see in him because between, maybe the second joint practice against the Browns to like the Browns preseason game, he played pretty solid, pretty okay. But other than that, I really didn't see much else from him this whole entire offseason between training camp and these preseason games and these joint practices. So now they bring back cornerback Mac McCain back to the practice squad, which doesn't do much for me because I thought he was one of the worst cornerbacks that played this offseason. But with Anthony Harris gone now, your depth is worse than it was. And it is what it is. Like Anthony Harris, it seemed kind of weird to me that he's going to stay on the practice squad, just going to stay and nothing's going to happen. And he's fine being on the practice squad and not being moved at all. I figured this would be perfect for the Eagles to move him up to the active roster before this week started. And yeah, I mean, Anthony Harris as your number 3 safety was a really good idea in my eyes, but it's not happening. So he is gone, which really sucks because I really wanted him to stay. I want to know how you guys feel about that. Secondly, now there's Britton Covey has changed his number. He has changed his number to number 18, Jalen Reagor's old number. So he will be number 18. Now, John Clark did put out a post. They now could. There are rumors that Covey could move up to the number 5 receiver this week. Not just being a receiver. I don't think that's going to happen. But he could move up for special teams this week for punt return specifically. So as much as, we look pretty good on paper, this roster, okay, I'm very worried about kick return, punt return specialists, which I don't know if we have. I think Gainwell will probably be one of the kick returners. Could be Gainwell. I really don't know who else. There's definitely a lot more options. A lot of people saying you're not going to put a special skill set player at that position like Quez and Devontae Smith. It's just not going to happen. So punt returns for Britton Covey this week. I don't know who our punt returner is. I have no idea. I don't think it's going to be Boston Scott. I don't think it's going to be Gainwell. Greg Ward is gone, so there's only so many more options. And the Eagles off the waiver wire so far haven't really picked up some type of specialist from a team that was, a guy that got cut or did well in special teams or some type of speed demon in general. It could be Devin Allen as well. He's still on practice squad, but maybe I would try Devin Allen on kick returns and maybe try to at least put Britton Covey on punt returns this week. From this whole entire offseason, Britton Covey was probably one of my favorite undrafted prospects. Okay, an undrafted free agent wide receiver from Utah that really had a lot of special teams highlights and was just a highlight machine when it came to special teams, and almost played every position between offense and special teams at this point. So I'm kind of excited to see where this goes. You know, if he's going to be brought up to the, I mean, I think they're going to bring somebody up every single week. Could be Deion Kane. Could be Britton Covey. Maybe it's not going to be Deion Kane since they need special teams so much. Maybe Britton Covey gets pulled up to the active roster this week or maybe every week. And if he starts to play really well, then he'll probably be the number 5 receiver on this team, you know, as of right now. So I think this is a really good idea. I think they should do it. I think they need to do something here, because they need to, special teams is the third part of our game that's really important. A lot of fans don't think about it, but I'm telling you that wins you games and it loses you games. And I think Covey being the number 5 is definitely a good idea. They're going to have to throw somebody in the fire. There's no way they could hold this off. Okay, there's just no way they could hold this whole thing off without a special team or without a specialist being back there, because between punter, punt return, kick return, like those are pretty much my 3 positions right now that are big weaknesses. And honestly, with safety that we talked about before being a weakness, at least the back end of it, the depth is not that great. But Covey just has to be thrown somewhere, somebody. I don't care who it is. You know what I mean? Same thing. Travis Fulgham got thrown to the fire when we were down some receivers, you know what I mean? So, you know, it's just an example of you just got to throw these guys in and see what they could do. In a real game, not a joint practice, not a preseason game, which obviously Nick has valued the joint practice over the preseason games, okay? But they got to get an answer here, because I'm not using Quez, I'm not using Devontae Smith, I'm not using any of our special skill set players that we need at wide receiver to go be a specialist where all it takes is one hit and they're hurt. At least when you get a guy like Covey in there that's not playing any other position, or Allen or somebody, you don't have to worry about them too much because they're not of value at other positions as well. So all they could focus on is special teams as a kick returner or a punt returner. So that one's going to be really interesting. So let's see what the Eagles do this week, see who they move up to the active roster. I kind of want to see if they move Covey up. It should be really interesting. But he takes Jalen Reagor's number 18, and he's going to run with it, which is good. Finally, yeah. Everybody's really upset about this, and it's just like, I don't even care. At this point, I'm not mad at Jason Peters. Like, I'm just not, because, you know, this guy probably has no interest from a lot of teams, okay? Just one of those guys on the latter part of his career. Not even the latter. He's beyond the latter part of his career, okay? Because I think with the Cowboys, he's going to be more of a run blocker than he is, than in pass protection. I think he's just going to be better as a run blocker, but because the Cowboys are definitely going to run the ball a lot this year, since they haven't picked up a receiver yet, and now they have a new left tackle in Jason Peters, which I'm not going to say it's promising because he's over 40 years old, very old. I don't think he has much in the tank anymore. It's just, it is what it is. I hear people just being upset about it, and it's just like, dude, I can't blame him, you know what I mean? Because at this point, he's just trying to get some money, just trying to play. He's played over 20 years. I mean, he's had a very, very long career. So I can't put too much into it with him. I can't be mad at it, or he's a traitor or whatever these people are saying. I was on Twitter all day and I was just seeing all this stuff about him. Like, yeah, it's hard to look at. Yeah, he's gonna be in the Hall of Fame for the Philadelphia Eagles. There's no doubt about it. Okay, but I'm not gonna get upset about it because I don't blame him for what he's doing. If you have no interest, you're signing with any team that's interested. I don't know what the contract is, but I can't blame him for doing what he's doing. The guy's just trying to make money. The guy's just trying to find every opportunity he can make. What did he start? 13 games for the Bears last year. He played 88% of the snaps, I'd have to say, from what I read this morning. So I don't hate him for this. I can't. It is what it is. The guy has no interest from a lot of teams. He's not going to get a lot of interest. He doesn't want, number 2, he doesn't want to be a backup. He wants to start. So his only option to start is waiting for an injury to occur, which with Tyron Smith and the Cowboys, it happened, and it opened the door straight for Jason Peters to come to the Cowboys. So, you know what? It is what it is. You know, I'm not going to say he's going to play well because I don't think he's going to. I think he's serviceable in some aspects, but can he hold up for a whole season is going to be the question with him going into this year. So, other than that, guys, that's pretty much it. News on Anthony Harris gone. We lose some depth at safety, which really stinks. Matt McCain comes back to the practice squad. Britton Covey, rumors of him being the number 5 receiver as the punt returner. Let's see if they bring him up to the active roster this week. And obviously, the Jason Peters going to the Cowboys is official. So, you guys let me know in the comment section below what you guys think. And I will see you guys on the next one. SHAKESQUAD up, follow us. Peace out, guys. Peace.